Yeah. Check it out. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, coming to you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, M-O news that you can use. I want you guys to remember that phrase, because I told you once, whoever can recite that phrase, we might have a nice little gift for you. So what's going on? And here we are on What's Up Wednesday. Give it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing okay. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Here we are on Wednesday night. I hope everybody's week's been going all right. I know everybody, I don't know about you guys, but where we were here in Texas, we were able to witness the solar eclipse. Man, when I say I've never witnessed something like that, man, it was bad. It was eerie, but it was at the same time, it was awesome. You know, just to see everything go dark like it did, and it went dark and all the lights came on, and it was strange, but you know, it was also heartfelt as well. So I hope you guys got a chance to witness the solar eclipse like we did here in Texas. So let's give it up for the solar eclipse. That's right, I said it. Give it up. Also, here we are, man. We are getting ready to start. We're getting closer and closer to draft, guys. So we got some things to talk about. And before I get started, you know, I got to thank those that helped us get to darn near 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's where we are. Give it up one more time. Woo! And thanks to everybody that's on this list right here. And there's more that I don't have on here, and I'm going to put them on here as well. I got to put more that's on here that has helped us. So we got to give a big thank you to the Cowboys Huddle Podcast Facebook page. Also, the Cowboy Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboy Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, Hard Hitters, Lifestyles, One Star, One Family, which they got a event coming up here, I think next weekend, I believe. So let's give it up for all our social media groups that share our content in their groups. Yeah, all right. So, and also with that, you guys, you already know what we got going on. We got some things going on around here, and we would like to invite everybody to check out the Cowboy Huddle Podcast apparel. Step in style with Cowboys Huddle new apparel. Represent our Cowboys while supporting the Cowboy Huddle Podcast. Great for tailgate parties, home game, as well as away game. Browse all of our apparel at www.cowboyshuddleapparel.com. I almost lost that because I almost messed it up because I want to say this. Also, if you do purchase anything over $55, you will get a $5 off of your merchandise with the discount code of We Them Boys. That's what I said. And offer lasts until April 30th. So let's get in there. And get those orders in, man. But we appreciate everybody. And do me a favor before we get started. Also got to give a big shout out. This individual, this young man, this young warrior right here, Gary Cashhead Nito Hampton, is going for the 6-0 title. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. This is a title fight, fighting for a belt in Laredo, Texas on the 20th of April. So I will be coming with more information, but this is going to be a great fight. A 5-0 versus a 4-0. Somebody gotta go. And it better be Juan Garcia's. Yeah, we'll give you more information. But yeah, the Cowboy Huddle Podcast, we definitely support and we sponsor this young warrior, and we will be there to support him and watch him fight. So also, with that being said, we want to thank everybody again for just being a part of this channel and helping us get to where we are, because without you guys, we would not be where we are today. So, yes. Okay, so with that being said, I need to bring in my right-hand man that always come through for me. You know, and when anything goes down, he's always available. And that is our guy, Pete Ruiz, is in the house. Let's give it up for Pete.
What's up, G?
Man, tell me about it. How you doing today, brother?
Feeling good, man. Another day, Missed you last week, but I was in the group chat, just chatting it up with you last week. But I'm glad to be back on this week.
Yeah, man. Hey, so everybody's talking about. Let's get into this a little bit about this solar eclipse. Well, Cowboy Babes just said she felt sick after the. Well, there's a lot of stuff was going. It really was. I mean, it was like I was out of energy before the
Hmm.
eclipse got here. It was like I was just tired.
I
But
felt like that all week, man. Just drained.
yeah, it was strange, man. It was some things going on. I think and I think like a lot of us felt it. So, how was that experience for you, man?
I was at work and I was in the office, and I know my wife got to see it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I saw some pictures of it and stuff. But I just, like I said, I'm like you. After that, I just felt so tired all week. Like I just have no energy. It's just been weird all week. It's been a weird week.
Yeah, I think we were all drained. I mean, something was
Uh,
going on, but it was an awesome sight to see. It really was an awesome sight to see. That happening like that. That's my first time ever witnessing a full eclipse like that. But I thought it was kind of, it was just kind of, it was odd just seeing all the lights go come on at that time. We talking about 1:20 in the
yeah,
afternoon, dude. I mean,
yeah.
pitch dark. So yeah, man, that was a great experience though, man. I'm glad that, I was able to witness that and hey, we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything. I mean, we're getting rain right now. I don't know what's the weather like where you are.
We were supposed to get some storms in our area. We didn't get none. It kind of went around us, so it's just kind of windy.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Moderator, let's see. Do we got any more comments up there? Let's get everybody involved today. Let's talk about it. You got okay, Cowboy Babes is in the house. He said, let's go Cowboys. Woo wait. They better do something. She also said, same here, Pete. I was tired. I mean, everybody was like drained. I mean, it's just like the energy was drained from. I mean, Saturday, I don't know what was going on, man. I did absolutely nothing. I mean, I just didn't have any energy. So I guess I had to recharge or something. I don't know. So yeah, okay, well, Cowboy Babes, I definitely hope you're feeling better. Felicia kind of said it stormed like crazy for a quick minute that night, and then it got eerie quiet. It did. It's like, man, the lightning was like just like crazy. Like, I mean, it was just hitting hard, and it's like it came through for a good 5 minutes and just disappeared. It's like, so I don't know, but I'm gonna say we've been blessed with the rain. The rain has come through, and it's been raining the last 2 days. It just finally passed through. So here we are. So hey, with that being said, any more comments, moderator? If you got any more comments, I want everybody to make sure they get their comments in today. Oh, there go my guy, Patrick Writers in the house.
Patrick,
Give
my
it up,
boy.
Patrick.
Yeah. Patrick, my boy.
Patrick in the
Always
house.
got good
Wake up.
stuff.
Yeah, Patrick. Patrick said with Dallas picking 24, it's going to be some teams called. Ooh, now see, Patrick trying to start some trouble here already. He ain't even got 15 minutes into the show. Teams. He said that it's going to be some teams calling to move up, like Buffalo, Baltimore is going to be a receive one of those teams. One at ooh. Yeah, leave it up to Patrick. He know how to start the fire. Give it up. Yeah, so true, Patrick. It's gonna be some things. Larry G. Wait a minute. Y'all see what that is?
Larry G.
Larry G is in the house. What's up, Larry G? Good to see you, man. Glad you can hang out with us, man. We got some things we need to talk about, so we definitely finna get into it. And right now, Pete, here we are, man. We are at Next Man Up, and
Yep.
it's basically being said that Rico is our Lone Ranger right now, man. And as it stands right now, along with Deuce Vaughn, who else is that? Hunter
Malik.
Luque and
Yeah.
Malik Davis. Now the question is, do we think that's enough?
I'm gonna say no. But hey, and don't get me wrong, man. I like what I saw out of Rico. There's some
Yeah,
stuff that I do like out of like I saw. I just felt like he didn't get enough opportunities where he should have. Um, you know what I'm saying? But we do still need to pair somebody up with him.
yeah,
Uh, you know what I'm saying? We still need to go to a two back system for sure.
yeah. Roxanne, my brother knows this. I know that's right. Give it up, Roxanne. Yeah, hey, and and that's so true. I really like Rico better than I like Tony Pollard. Uh, Personally,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because I really saw how he ran hard. He fell forward. And he had the little wiggle with him. Larry G said there has been strong rumors of the Cowboys picking up Jonathan Brooks running back. Woo! And that is a rumor. It is a possibility. But you know how we have done when it came to drafting injured players,
We got
right?
receipts. We got receipts.
We got receipts, man.
We got receipts, man, and that's what makes me nervous about this. I've talked about it with Patrick and everything. It makes me nervous that they're going to continue. Jerry talks about learning from his past mistakes. This obviously hasn't happened because these chances that they take, we're getting what 4 or 5 years out of guys. The chances that we're taking on,
Yeah.
that's not good return back. You might think it's
Right.
good value at that pick, but it's not
Yeah.
good value for the long term.
And you're getting mediocre out of them. You're not getting a full, a 100% player. That's the thing about it. And you're hoping. When we saw with Leighton Vander Esch,
Yeah.
we knew he had injuries. We brought him in, and how many games did we get out of him? To what the contract he was signed to because due to injuries. So yeah, that's we got receipts from that. You're right about that. So Jonathan Brooks, um, personally, Pete, looking at his size, he's not a real big guy. I mean, we tried that with just my opinion. We tried that with Tony Pollard, and I think Tony Brooks is probably about 6 feet, maybe 6'1". I think he's probably 198, maybe 200, something like 201. But it's kind of light, man. We tried that. So I'm a little leery on the pick for Jonathan Brooks. I mean, do you have anybody in mind that you think you would probably want to bring in? You
I
know,
mean, like I said, I have three guys that I would put ahead of them, and in order, it would me personally, Trey Benson from Florida State, Jalen Wright from Tennessee, and then the Allen from Wisconsin, bruising back. Those three
yeah,
guys would be my three guys that I would go in front of him for sure.
for sure. And sure, and where it's looking right now, we do know that we are drafting for needs, not no best player available. We can't afford to
We should have
best.
done that last year. We should have done that last year. We had an opportunity to do that last year, and we didn't do that.
So true, brother. So true. And here we are, maybe talking about drafting another defensive tackle.
Yeah, defensive tackle, a quarterback. Everything's on the board right now. Everything's on the board right now.
Yeah, and and that's the thing, man. And we're talking about this running back. We got Deuce Vaughn. I think you and I talked about this before. Deuce Vaughn is probably his value is going to go up on this new kickoff return along with Cavante Turpin. So these guys probably have some little razzle dazzle plays that they can use. That's going to probably that's where they're going to probably address most of their time. But again, man, when in this running back position, we definitely going to have to get the best running back available. Right? We
And
can't
you're,
wait to
and,
the fifth round.
yeah, and the opportunity was there last year to do this because if you knew you weren't going to probably bring Tony Pollard back, why were you not drafting a running back last year's draft and a Tajay Spears that's in Tennessee now? I liked him.
Yeah,
There was good ones last year that I felt that we could have taken third, fourth round and been ready for this year. Now you're put in position to put all our chips on a rookie this year to be able to come in and handle business.
yeah. This where we're sitting right now, man. This kind of reminds me of the old foo bar. We're in a foo bar position right now.
Yeah.
We'll leave that at that. So if you don't know what that means, look it up. Foo bar. That's about where we are. But and it. Okay, Larry G. I'm glad you brought that up because I was almost about to pass that up. He said I could see Zeke coming back. What do you think? What do you think, Pete?
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. You're still drafting a running back regardless. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you can like we said this before, even if we brought in a Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, or anybody of these guys, we were still going to draft a running back.
right.
Now the thing comes if none of these guys come in, even with Zeke coming in, you're probably taking a guy as early second, third round at running back,
Oh yeah,
in my
right.
my opinion. So
For the future,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But then, let me give you my take on this. Hold tight on that. Come, bring Larry G back up so everybody know what we're talking about. So here's the deal. with the Zeke situation. Yeah, I am a big Zeke fan, and I wouldn't mind for him coming back. But knowing that we already owe him $6 million, and we're going to probably pay him another $2 million, that's roughly 8 million something that we going towards Zeke. For that same 8 million, we could have got Derrick Henry.
Yep, exactly. Right on the button, G. Exactly.
I'm just saying, if you make that move now, which I don't mind having Zeke here, but for you to make that move where you're gonna pay Zeke $8 million when you could have went and got Derrick Henry for that same amount, just doesn't make sense to me right there. I mean,
Yep.
Larry, I see what you're saying, but I would be a little bit upset because we passed up the opportunity to bring in Zeke, So I mean, bring in Derrick Henry. So yeah, but I mean, he could come in, but we again, like me, I think Pete says as well. We still have to draft heavy at the running back position because there is a huge void at that position. But you know what? And this is the thing, Pete. This is, and I continue to say I think we missed our window on this past season. I think this past season was our season to go a lot further than we did. But you know what's really, really, really upsetting to me is, we talk about when we talk about our defense, and we say that our defense sabotaged us or they, gave the game away, but how quick we forget what Deron Bland did this past season.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's told right here that Deron Bland had 209 interception return yards last season and 228 interception turn yards over his career. Now, he had 9 interceptions this year. Last year, I think he had 4 or 5. He had 5 last year. And guy had 5 interceptions for touchdowns. And we forget about that. That's what kind of just, upsets me because of all that work he put in.
Mm-hmm.
And seems like it's all for naught.
Yeah, and I don't think it's not, like I said, to me, we go back to that. I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's a lot of it was just like we said you're playing zone and when you didn't play zone all year. So that was a lot of just we said it was coaching in that game. Both ways, and it was just bad. We should have gone in the game plan knowing like how we play the Giants. Saquon Barkley is their weapon. Go in this game. Aaron Jones is their weapon. You stop that guy and make the other guys beat you, and you win. You just didn't do that. So yeah, Deron, that guy had a great year last year, and it's just the way for him to go out like that is it's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. But now there is something to look for. There is something to look forward to this year, knowing that Trayvon Diggs will be back. We'll have Trayvon Diggs back on one side, then we have Deron Bland on the other side. And we also just re-signed Jordan Lewis. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to, man. And
it's something to look forward to. We do need to get some depth behind them. Because, Diggs is coming off of ACL, and the last few guys that come off of those for us have just not looked themselves when they came back. So hoping he looks himself, but, we'll have to see.
Yeah. And I'm sure, it's going to take him some time to get back in rare form and everything, but hopefully, he can, he'll bounce back pretty quick. But I just really think that the two of those guys being out there together, man, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Larry G said the Cowboys that play in the regular season is not the same Cowboys in the playoff, and that seems to be the problem every year. Woo! Give it up for Larry G. So yeah, that it has been a problem, and I think Pete, you just said it. I mean, we lost on all aspects of the game. I mean, the offense, terrible play calling by Mike McCarthy when we said he wanted to run the down ball, and he didn't run the down ball when he could have hold tight. When we could have brought in Hunter Luepke to be the leading running back. And we know that Mike McCarthy has always used a fullback. Who was the
Yeah,
guy from Coons or what
we,
is? Yeah,
yeah, we talked about it when we had Lukey come in at the beginning of the season. We talked about that, about him being a weapon because of what McCarthy's past has been with that position. And we're like, man, we were excited for it, right?
yeah.
And we just didn't. Yeah, it was just, I just didn't see it.
So our offense failed us. I mean, not only that, but Dak played terrible again. Dak played terrible for whatever reason. He played
Yeah.
terrible again, and it's unacceptable. But not only that our defense did. We could also mention our defense. Our defense,
All our stars. You can go to Lamb, you can go to Parsons, you can go to Dak. All three
yeah,
of our stars just didn't show up.
it didn't show up, and I think it's so sad that we worked so hard to win the division, get the number 2 seed, and we just go out like we did. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean we can continue
Yeah,
to talk
yeah.
talk about, but I am excited to see that Diggs will be coming back.
Hmm.
And we have to talk about that safety position. I mean, I think a guy Bell, Marquise Bell might slide back to that safety along with Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. And I don't know. What do you
Hmm.
think about J-Ron Curse, man? I mean, man, we got
Yeah,
he's a free agent right now.
yeah. That's the thing right now, man. Is like we've said it all season. It's like I don't know. We have a plan or what the deal is. There's going to be a surprise draft night. What's going to happen? What's the deal here? What are we doing?
Mm,
Um, like you said, are they going to go with Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, and then move Bell? I know they like Bell a lot. They do like him.
yeah,
And it just comes back to that every time is it's showing true this year more than anything that when Steven says every year, we like our guys. We like our guys. And it's showing more true this year than any other year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Moderator, what kind of questions, what kind of comments we got out there? It's like we got quite a few going on. What you got out there? I think Patrick Leiter had something. We need offensive tackle round 1. Center round 2, then linebacker in 3. Running back is deep in this draft. Ray Davis we don't have a 4th. I hate to see that, Patrick. That's where we got problems at, man. We don't even have a 4th round draft pick. She.
And and that's what we talked about. I did talk about it earlier about this is we should if we trade back in that first round and grab an extra third or foul for
Yeah,
I think that would give you the opportunity to fill a lot of needs if you do that because like I said, offensive tackle. I and we talked about this because there's these rumors about Brooks. They even talk about Brooks going in the first round to us. I'm just like, boy, if they do that, they somewhat crazy.
yeah,
But like I'm saying is I'm more on the left tackle side in the first round, or even center. I'm fine with that too, because first round pick, that's you get if you're going to get that guy, it's 10 years you're getting out of that guy if he's the
yeah,
guy. Getting 10 plus years. Now that's value right there.
yeah,
Compared to right now, we're looking at hope. I'm hoping like I said, Mozzie's on the team. I'm gonna root for him. I hope he turns this thing around and hope he gets it going. It just looks bad right now. But you're talking about a first round pick that might only last 3 to 4 years with us, and then that's it.
That is so true. That is so true. He said we cannot panic in this draft. Steven needs to let the football personnel do their job. Last year was Steven Jones' pick. And yeah, because I really and truly, I don't think anybody from my picks last year, the first 2 rounds was terrible. That was
We
terrible. I hate to say it. And I know I know those are somebody's children that we're talking about, but dude, that first 2 picks in the first 2 rounds, it killed us. Well, and I would say this, Patrick, I don't think we're going to be drafting as far as BPA, best player available. We definitely got to go by need. He says if we get Jonathan Brooks in the second round, that's a Stephen Jones pick. And because he comes from Texas, but I don't agree with that.
he,
As
and
far
he
as it,
and he's right. We did panic in the second round last year. That was
yeah,
a
we
panic
did
pick.
a tight end. We
Yeah,
already had 3 tight ends. We had three
yeah.
tight ends at the time. But right now, what they're saying, according to PFF, they are saying that if we were to pick at 24, it looks like Graham Barton from Duke uh,
Hmm.
could be the tackle that we draft. Said Barton is a tough and well-moving lineman with strong hands. and a mean streak in the run game. His best position in the NFL is likely at center, as he brings starting caliber traits there. Now, with that being said, also I found out that there's a situation with JPJ, Jackson, Paul
Yeah.
Jackson, Jackson Paul
Hmm.
Johnson, Powers Johnson. Some about concussions and some injuries. So
Yeah.
I don't know how severe that is, but that will hurt your draft.
Yeah.
Unless they just really know more about him. But right now, that's what they said that we might get at the 24th pick. So
Yeah.
something to think about.
Yeah.
This season could be Dak's last ride. So if he's going out, he better go out with a bang, and that's a Lombardi Trophy. Yeah, that's where we are. Look like he's.
Well, yeah. If he gets that, he ain't gonna leave nowhere. But
I
uh,
don't know, Pete.
well, I mean,
He
I
can
mean,
still take the money and run.
yeah, he could be upset about how this offseason went and just be like, yeah,
Well,
I'll go somewhere else.
yeah, and not even get extension. So that's what you guys think of me. Okay, I'm gonna go in this trophy, and then I'm gonna put myself on the free agent market, and he can do that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's something that he could do, but that has yet to be seen because a lot of these players and coaches are on their last season. I mean, they're on
Yeah.
their last leg right now, man. So, she,
I'm just more on the side, like you said, G, last week. I'm just more on the side if you're going in the mindset of you're not even thinking about re-signing him, if whatever the case may be next year, just find a trading partner, get something for it. And but we're just like I said, we're just horrible in these situations, and we let players walk for nothing, and we
it's
got
crazy.
receipts on that too.
That would be crazy. That would be so crazy. And you know what? Now they're talking already. Now, it's a possibility that we could be a sleeper. Now, and I guess that's the question. I know, Monterey, I'm moving down the line. So I guess the question would be, would it be crazy to draft a quarterback? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just depends, I guess, Pete. What do you think? Would it be crazy to draft a quarterback? I know the people don't want to hear that, Pete. People don't.
Man, you made me choke up. Yeah. Um, Look, if McCarthy had more years on he had an extension, I could see that coming because we've seen it in Green Bay. They do that,
Yeah.
you know. Um, it's possibility. I mean, like I said, it is a possibility, but like it's hard to see that when you got Lance sitting there. You gave him a fourth round pick. You got Cooper Rush still. You got three quarterbacks in the roster.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could all come down to draft night. Are we trading a Cooper Rush? Are we trading a Trey Lance? Are we trading a Dak? If you see something like that come up, then that's very well could be a possibility.
Yeah.
But until any moves are made, we do not know what is going to. It's just like we're talking about earlier. If we take a tackle in the first round, I truly believe they're going to give Hoffman a chance to have that center position. That's what I think. If they go center in
That's,
the first
that's the
round,
cheap way. That's the cheap way.
yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
exactly. If they go center in the first round, I truly believe that they'll give Assam Richards or one of these other guys a shot, or move Tyler Smith to left tackle and put somebody at left
Yeah.
guard. There's these situations we just won't know until draft night appears.
Right. Right. That's so true. And that makes a lot of sense too, man. But I'm with you though, Pete. I don't see us going and drafting a quarterback when you got a coach that's on his last year. Like I say, it'd be different if McCarthy was here for another 3 years. But way this is sitting right now, I think it would be crazy to draft a quarterback unless, and I say this again, if they're not going to extend Dak, and I know people don't want to hear this, but it would probably be best for the organization to try to trade Dak to get something for Dak. But for you, number one, and I said in the last video, right now, Todd France and Dak has Stephen Jones
Yeah,
and Jerry Jones by the you know what right now, and they cannot budge. So if Dak actually plays out this 55.5 million and walk, oh my gosh, Jerry and them will be the laughing stock in America.
yeah,
again, I think if they're going to do anything, I would hate to see them try to let this thing just play out like it does. I mean, I know it's harsh, man, but we don't know what these guys are going to do. But this is where we are, man. Pete,
and,
you all right over there? You still choking?
and yeah, I'm good. And this is their own fault. This is their
Yeah.
own fault because, like you said, the first contract should have been done a year early, and you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So this is all just self-inflicted. I'm not going to blame Dak for taking the money. I'm not going to blame these guys
No.
for getting their money. They can get that money, get it. Kirk Cousins going to go get his money. So I'm putting this on our front office.
Can you say bad management?
Yeah,
And who's the manager? The general manager, Jerry
yeah.
Jones. So yeah, it falls on them. So this is what you have. We are in a FUBAR situation. But again, it's sad to see that's just where we are without having a clue of what. I don't even know what direction we're going in right now. I really don't. I don't know
No,
what.
we don't. We're all playing guessing games right now. We're all playing what we should do right now. But yeah, it's really just we don't know the direction right now. And like I said, we probably won't know till after this latest draft class of where we're going exactly.
Yeah. And you know what? And with that being said, too, Pete, if they're going to do anything with Dak, they better try to do something before the draft. Because
Hmm.
if they wait till after the draft and not do anything, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Or
it's
even
gonna
if they waited after the draft and tried to extend them after the draft, what the what?
that's gonna make not even more sense because like we said, you did that before free agency. You knew free agency was coming. You were able to go get some guys, or you're able
Yeah,
to keep some guys.
yeah.
So yeah, if you do that, man, I'm gonna throw my hands up, man.
I
I'm
know.
throwing my hands up.
Patrick said in the late round we need to draft another cornerback. Yeah, we do. Trayvon
Yeah,
Diggs
we need
might
to.
won't be the same player he once was. Yeah, remember Kevin Smith? Yes, yeah. Well, Kevin Smith had the Achilles. He had the Achilles Smith, the Achilles heel. That just really hurt him, and he never was the same. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah. That's what Diggs had. He was had Achilles too. That's right.
Yeah.
It was Achilles with
So
Diggs. That's right. So yeah, you're right. Kevin Smith wasn't the same. You are so right about that. I'm thinking about the AC. No, was it ACL? Was it AC?
I think it was.
I think it was
I thought Diggs
ACL.
was his ACL.
I think so. I think it was ACL. But yeah, you're right though. Kevin Smith wasn't the same. Man, you went way back there, Patrick. Okay, you got to be about my age, dude. Okay. But okay, so with that being said, I gotta go move on. I'm gonna move on to this one. CD Lamb. So now they're talking about the possibility of CD Lamb holding out. Okay, so basically, it's been asked a question, about CD Lamb, and CD Lamb basically got on there. He said he's relaxing, chilling, working out, of course. He also mentioned that winning. He said, "I'm looking forward to winning and being out there with my guys and making another run at this thing." He said before circling back on with his proclamation. Yeah, I'll be in Dallas. So what does that tell you, Pete, when he's talking like that? Even though we're talking about the possibility of holding out, what do you think? Does he
I
sound like you're worried or what?
when the contract comes, the situation comes to us, I'm gonna be always worried because
Hmm. Hmm.
this is another one. Should have been done last year. Uh, you if you done him last year, you got Prescott done before free agency. Man, we're sitting pretty good right now. But here's another deal where I could see him missing OTAs. I could see him just kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna see Jefferson and Chase get their deals done, and it's gonna cost Jerry more. So
Yeah. So it looks like that they are talking about where was it at? I thought I saw that something about his 5th year option, which would cost them $17.9 million. So if they pick up, I don't know if they have or not, but if they do, this is what would probably happen. That they'll owe him 17.9 million. So that's a possibility as well. They probably can go that route as well. So again, yeah, and then I think a lot of this uh, transpired from the restructuring of contracts. and we go get players that we'll put them on a 2 or 3 year contract, and we only keep them 1 year, and then we still owe them money. We
Hmm.
still owe Leighton Vander Esch money. We still owe Dorrance Armstrong money. So it's really really bad management on the Joneses part, and that's why we're sitting like we are. So, and people are wondering what are we going to do. Well, we can't really do nothing because we got Dak's situation right now. But so you feeling pretty good about CD, or what do you
Yeah,
think?
I think like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I think it's like you said, if Stevens words, they like their guys, they're always going to try to re-sign their own guys. So I think his deal will get done. I just think it could end up costing us more than it should. But like I said, I'm not gonna be mad at the player. You can go get your money how you gonna get
Yeah,
it, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just our management, the way we handle these contracts. It's just we're gonna be in a tough spot with him later on down the road because the way we do things. So.
it's possible. It's possible. So with that being said, now, now sometimes I think people do things, man, just to get people's attention or clickbait. But so 105.3 The Fan, and I'm bringing it up because these guys kind of went hard on all the content creators. So anyway, so basically saying is Micah Parsons' behavior wearing thin at the Star. So this guy named Shan Sheriff says he's heard from way too many people around the Cowboys who tell him that some have had enough of Parson. If Micah Parson was out of there, wait a minute. If Micah Parson was out of there, he explained, there would be a decent amount of people inside the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco smiling or breathing a sigh of relief. Why would you bring that up? Why? I mean, you see, who would where did this source come from, and why would this even be brought up? The man, it's off season,
Hmm.
and we're bringing up this man's behavior or whatever the case may be. We know who Michael Parson is. And basically, what it tells me, even if he is creating some noise or whatever, you know why? Because he's still pissed. He's still pissed like every Cowboy fan today. We're still pissed. So yeah, I like the fact that he's still talking trash and he's bashing people. I mean, we're doing the same thing, right? I mean, we're
Yeah.
doing the same thing. So, do you have a problem with Michael Parsons' behavior?
Oh, I we need some attitude in this locker room. We need some kind of fire in this locker room, and I hope that uh, our new defensive coordinator and Parsons can team up together and bring this fire into this team and do so because we're gonna need it. It's like I'm
Yeah.
like right now, like I said, I'm not worried about. We're gonna have a tougher schedule than last year. One thing,
Oh,
right? Everybody's already doubting us because of the off season. Look, I've been pissed about the off season just as much as everybody else,
yeah.
but I feel like Parsons is gonna he's gonna keep the intensity up and he needs to bring that leadership role to that defense this year and get everybody on the same page with that intensity because they're gonna need it this year.
And that's something that Micah Part. Well, Micah, I always say Micah Parsons. I don't know why I say his full name, but Micah said this. He said after the season, he said we need an identity. He said I want our players to be locked in for 22 weeks. He said, but and that's the thing. I think these coaches that we have in place, no one is held accountable. But I beg to differ with Mike Zimmer in there, huh? And I can tell you right now, Mike Zimmer said, guess what? Everybody is on the clock. So if you want a job, you better ball out. If not, you all will be looking for new jobs, including him. And one thing I can see him saying right now, and I would not let you guys embarrass me. Woo-hoo. That sounds like something Mike Zimmer would say. But I'm eager to see what this defense will look like. But we do definitely need some accountability in that locker room. I really do. As far as how these guys are always in front of the media and things that take place. But you know, um, it'll be something to see, and hopefully Mike Zimmer can bring some fire in this locker room. So we'll see what happens. So, moderator, what do you got? Let's see what them comments are about out there. What we got? Uh-oh, I think she done took a break. All right. Okay, we saw that one there. Trevor Diggs. Okay, torn ACL. Okay, yeah, that's and that's bad too. But to have a torn Achilles, there's one down there. Do you think guys think it was a good choice to let go of Pollard?
I I I would have I would have been okay if they had a like you see like we said if they were going into free agency knowing like hey we got to replace him. Even last year we knew he was coming off an injury. I
Mm-hmm.
felt that I was livid at the trade deadline that we didn't go do something to help because you could see it. He wasn't the same, and we, like you said, Rico was even a better pass blocker than him. We knew that since the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I mean I am okay with them to let him go, but we have. What's the plan though? That's the thing is, what's the plan in replacing them?
Yeah, and I say this too. Also, one reason we had to release Tony Pollard because we wasn't going to put another franchise. That would have been
No,
$16 million. And I just don't think Tony Pollard was worth another 16 million. I believe think that was a high cap as far as the what they would have to pay him. But I don't think that he was worth that much.
no.
So that's why they had to release him.
I, the other thing is they treated him as a three down back last year, and we all knew that
Uh,
going into the year he wasn't that. We knew that, like everybody knew that,
mm.
and they treated him like that.
And you had Hunter Lupke sitting on the sideline. That Mike McCarthy knows that he always ran up there in Wisconsin, Green Bay, a fullback. And you say, I want to run the damn ball, and you don't even run, you don't even use a fullback to help this guy because he's not the Zeke. He's not the Zeke guy. So put a lead block in front of him. So anyway, that's again, that's what he had, that's what he done, and that's what it is. Larry G said Jerry better hit a home run with them draft picks. That's all yeah. Give it up for Larry G.
I think I think Patrick and everybody been saying that for the last 3 4 weeks. Is yeah you got to
Man,
hit a home run.
they got to hit home runs on every pick, and
Hmm.
hopefully, and we talked about that. I think me and Chip talked about that on the last show about you know the only way that Jerry and the Joneses will win somewhat in this situation if they can trade Dak for picks, and I mean a
Yeah,
bunch of picks,
and a
as
bunch.
they did with Herschel Walker. That's the only way I can see how they can win is to trade Dak for picks, another second round, and maybe another third round, and maybe a fourth round or something like that. And I don't know, but it has to be something special. But
Yeah,
yeah, Jerry definitely got to hit this out the park. So I don't know what that's
and
going
if
to look
you
like.
and if you're gonna do that, like you said, trade Dak for picks, you gotta blow up the whole thing. You have to you know what I'm saying? You have to hit on what you get in return.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
and that's just because the Herschel Walker deal was so great because we hit on those guys. Now, if you get that, you trade this guy and you get all those picks and you don't hit on that, then what's it for?
So true. Larry G also said Dak has a no trade clause. Well, we talked about that too, Larry. Only way you're going to get Dak to waive his trade clause, and I know this sounds crazy and it don't make sense, is that they would have to tell Dak, we're going to eat this $55.5 million, but we're going to sit you and we're going to play Trey Lance, and that's the only way that Dak will even consider saying, "No, I'm not sitting on his bench. I'm going to trade. I'm going to waive my trade clause, and I'm going to go to the team that wants me." That's the only way that they could probably do this because I don't think Dak would sit on a bench, and I mean that's a slap in his face. But people, y'all got to understand. I'm telling you, when my son played with the Cowboys, I'm gonna tell you something. It is a business. It is a business. It's like the gladiators. Back in the day when the king and queen, they set up high and they look low, and they used their gladiators until they were no more good. And what they do, they threw them to the lions or whatever. So it's the same nature. So, but it's just the business of the game. So we don't know what's going to happen with that, but we'll see what happens. So I don't know. But Pete, with that being said, now our guy has something to say. RG3 has something to say. I got a new video, so let's get into it before we get out of here. But I want to share this with everybody. And yeah, he has something to say, and we want to wait a minute. Let me see if I can pull this up. And just he's basically saying the same thing we're saying. Let's see if we can pull this up. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's do it like this. Oh, I don't got it. I thought I had it. Fiddlestick. Hold on, Pete. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it. Okay, so what's going on here? But anyway, so I don't think I can pull it up, Pete. But anyway, so what he was saying is that basically he doesn't know what Dallas is doing. I know it, Larry G. My video, I'm having problems. Dang it! Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta see if I can pull this darn thing up. Let's see if I can pull this up. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's see. Do. All right, let's see what we got, moderator. Nope. Anyway, I lost it. Oh my gosh, that just ruined it. But it basically what he was saying. What are the Cowboys doing? What are the
Mhm.
Cowboys doing? Which way are the direction they're going? Because you haven't signed Dak, you got CD Lamb, you got Micah Parson, all this that you got going on, and there is nothing taking place. So I think RG3, he's a big fan of the Cowboys. He's a big fan of Dak as well. But the thing what he's saying is that where direction are the Cowboys going? I mean, and he has a
Yeah.
legitimate right.
No, yeah, and this like every Cowboys fan does too is our like we said, you could have done the extension of Dak. You could have got players. Hey, let's put some more players around us. Let's go make another run at this thing. Now it's just like, oh, we're gonna leave everybody in limbo. We got some one guys in 1 year deals. Gonna let this play out. And he's right. What direction we're going? Like we said, we just don't know. We who knows if we'll know by July. I mean, we do not know. And the one thing I can say is for whatever, it is with Dak, trade him or not trade him, if we go into the season with him, I'm gonna be a believer because one is he's never had a losing record as a starting quarterback when he's played a full season. And I think if this team gets double digit wins with how they're built right now, and we're depending on draft picks, I mean, I know we want championships, G. I know. I'm dying for a championship. That's what we expect. I'm not
Right.
going to give it no excuse just because if we get double widgets and then we lose in the wild card division round or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But if they do that and go double digits, that's going to be very impressive with the way they're built going into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be very impressive. And with the schedule that we have,
Yes, exactly.
so we have a schedule that man that that's gonna be a challenge. And so if they well, Jerry's definitely his back is gonna be against the wall. Now he's really got to make a decision. But
Yeah,
again, if Dak rides this thing out on $55 million, he can shoot him the deuce and say, you know what? Nah, I'm going somewhere. I'm do something different. And we lose. I mean, I don't know. It
yeah,
just
we lose because
yeah,
there's gonna be New England sitting there. There's gonna be a Seattle sitting there. There's gonna be possibly Atlanta, possibly Carolina. You can probably name 6, 7, 8 teams that are gonna sit in there willing to pay him 60 to 70 million a year to come be the quarterback. So
facts, facts. Patrick said, "Let's start Trey." Trey, you trying to start some trouble? I mean, Pat, you trying to start some trouble? He said the first two games of preseason, and I'm sure that will probably happen. Let him
it's gonna
play
happen.
the whole games of preseason and see. Ooh. But
He's gonna
that's
get
a
his
little bit too
opportunity.
late, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a little late, don't you think, Pete? Because now you're stuck with that.
yeah. Yeah, no, and like I said, it's going to happen. Trey's going to get the start in probably the first two. Either he's going to start one and Cooper's going to start the second because he's going to be fighting for the number two spot. Now comes in play, like we said, we've seen it before. That's how did Dak get his job? Like I said, I don't wish injury among anybody,
Yeah.
But how did that get his job? How did Romo get his job? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They guys come out, injuries happen, then you might see the opportunity. Um, and we need to, right? Because
Yeah.
he's 24 years old, 20, he's a young kid. And I had brought this up even before the offseason was like, oh, even we extend Dak 3, 4 years. By the time Dak's done 10, 11 years, Trey Lance is still only 27, 28 years old sitting there. It's not a
That's true.
bad thing to have right there. It's almost like if you drafted a quarterback, like Jordan Love sat for 3 or 4 years, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 or 4. It's kind of like that situation right now.
Yeah. Also it said also Jones need to butt out and let the coaches have coaches. We need another coach like Jimmy J. Well,
Preach it.
we talked about that. We think Jimmy J is in the back room that's advising Jerry Jones. We don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, I see Jimmy Johnson name all on this of why we haven't gave Dak his money. He's one of those guys. If we know Jimmy J is a very impatient man. He is not going to put up with the nonsense. So, so he could advise Jared, say, "We listen. We done gave him 8 years. Just let him. You guys done messed this thing up. He got you where you want him. So let him have the 55 million. If he proves that he's good, then you pay him. Then this is some. It just sounds like something Jimmy
Yeah,
would do.
yeah.
But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happened, man. But again, man, it's quiet.
Hmm.
Pretty much not nothing going on, but we do have to get ready for the draft. But I'm going to definitely tell you what I think we should do in the first. I don't even get into the fifth round, but because I think the
Yeah.
first 3 rounds are so
First three
crucial.
are gonna, yeah, they're crucial.
Yeah,
First three, yes, sir.
yeah, and I would go with the Barton kid if I have to, but I think if we go with the Hoffman, we go cheap or whatever. I see us getting a offensive tackle, left tackle. We really
Mhm.
need a left tackle. And then the second round, I'm gonna have to probably go because it's so needed. I'm gonna have to go with running back second round. I have to go with
Which
a.
running back are you taking in the second round?
Mine's is probably a little bit different than yours. I like Audric
Hmm.
Estime,
Yeah,
and I like Braylon Allen,
yeah.
and I
That
and I
winner.
do like I like Trey.
Yeah,
Trey Benson as well. I like Trey Benson. But it had to be one of those three. And we got to have him in the second round. We got to get the best running back out there. We can't wait to the fifth round. And I know
yeah.
it's a deep draft,
It's
but
deep. Yeah,
we need the best running back, like we
yeah.
had with Zeke.
Yeah, I feel like you can't wait around for that one in
You
the
can't.
second round too.
You
Yeah,
cannot. No further than second round. So Uh, yeah, that's where we are. Larry G said we need Dez and Michael Irvin on the sidelines every single game. Staff member. Well, yeah, he will put some. He will definitely put some fire. But I think Dez done burned some bridges, man.
yeah. uh,
Yeah, Dez. He's the guy on the outside that's coming up with some real stories about the Cowboys and his opinion about how they're doing business. So I don't even know if he's welcome back in where he's been talking, but we don't know. But anyway, man, so that's what we are, Pete. With
yeah.
again, I, you say you go. Who you get in the third round? We'll go with that. We'll in
I
the third
think,
round.
man, I, I've been. We need linebacker, right? That's what I feel. But man, the thing on this year's draft, all the guys that I've been doing, like I've been looking at, I've been watching film, I've been looking at this stuff. It's almost the same thing as what we have, where they're not good at seeing the play. They're bad against misdirection, which we already have, and it's just like it's the same thing with them. So I would lean more to defensive tackle in the third round. Probably would be my guess.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Well, we need that run stopper in the middle.
Yeah, we still need it. So,
Man, I hate that we're talking about a defensive tackle, but that's where we are. But I think I can probably with the Eric Kendricks and Overshown. I would think I would have to give, because again, Mike Zimmer runs a different type of defense. He shows a lot of blitz and he's aggressive. So, and I think Overshown is that guy that can probably do that. And the only reason I say Eric Kendricks because he knows the defense.
He knows
So,
the defense.
I think he'll be that veteran. But we will draft a linebacker. I really think we'll draft a linebacker in the third round to be ready by next year for sure. But so and also I think somebody brought up that we need to draft a cornerback. We do need to get some depth at the cornerback.
Yeah, I think our 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks will be more of that filling the depth around positions that we need depth at. So yeah.
What about receivers? You think we okay at receiver?
So that's where the second round is like second and third round is so blurry. Like we're saying what we need.
Yeah.
That could be a wild card of what they actually do in that deal.
It could be.
Third round, I like the wide receiver from UNC, Walker. That's my favorite guy right there. And if he falls to the third round, that's my guy. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, you're right. We could use. I like the kid we drafted last year in the 6th round. So
exactly. So who's that? Jalen Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks. He got speed. He looked good with the opportunities he had. I like him.
Yeah, Larry G said if Mike gets fired this season, Jerry is going to bring in primetime Deion Sanders. Now Deion said he's not coming. Deion said he's not coming to the pros. What about Jerry Rice's son? I saw him in the combine. He wears the name well, but he's a big kid. But I don't know, Pete. I really wasn't really too impressed. I saw some a little bit better than him. But what do you think about Jerry Rice's son?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he got some size on him. Like I said, like me personally, Walker, he has potential where he can. I feel like his floor, like he can really get up to his potential, and I like that. So, but like I said, me and you did this. We've done this draft for the last 2 years, and we're sitting there and we're just like, okay, that guy was not on my board at all. So.
Oh yeah, we got to get this draft together because we're gonna probably do the draft live again, man. So we're gonna probably do it on YouTube, and so you guys are more than welcome to come in and we can all do this together. At least we can get the first round in and see what we come up with. But man, we don't know, Pete. We don't know.
we're sitting in the wind, man. We're just here, we might as well just be walking with a line stick right now. We don't know, man.
We don't know, man. But anyway, we're getting close to the time, man. And draft is coming up, but things are still all quiet on the home front. But we'll see what happens. But with that being said, guys, I want to thank everybody for stopping through tonight, man. I can't tell you enough that how much it means to us. For you guys to come through and hang out with us, Pete. I always appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us as well. So make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, share button, and also hit the notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. So with that being said, guys, we're going to move on and we're going to get ready to check us out on Saturday. I'll be doing a recording on Saturday as well. So check me out on Saturday. We sit down with G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton on Saturday mornings. And with that being said, you got any last words, Pete?
No, man. Just we'll see you next week, and we're getting closer and closer to this draft. So it's getting real now. So we'll definitely get deeper into it, man.
Yeah, we definitely So I'm getting my picks together, man. So we definitely.
I'm with you, man. I'm doing my homework. I got my board ready, bro. So I'm with you, brother.
All right, so everything is everything, man. So again, guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on next time. And like I always say, stay safe and be blessed. Deuces.